Hello and welcome to day 2 of your Coach Quick Start course program. I'm really excited about this bit because we are dealing with the 4 vital behaviors, which are like the cornerstone of your business, and it contains some of my favorite aspects. People just get so hung up about the vital behaviors. Essentially, you've got to do them. If you want to have a business, you've just got to buckle down and do them. So I'm going to go through them. The first one, which is probably the most obvious, is you've got to be a product of the project. And that basically means you need to be sharing your journey of about how the products are helping you. Don't ever use the product names. You don't want to be saying, oh, I've drunk my shake, but you don't want to be doing this. Who kisses their shake? Who kisses their cups? We don't kiss our cups. But you do see people doing it online. It's just like, God, no. But you could talk about the benefits of your shake. So you might want to sort of take a picture of your shake, but share the benefits of it for you. So what it's doing to you. So for instance, my shake, I love my shake so much, has helped me reduce my genetically high cholesterol, because it's awesome at that sort of thing. It's also helped a really good friend of mine get away from her irritable bowel syndrome. I don't know what you say, get away, reduce, get rid of her IBS. It also helps people help reverse diabetes too. Okay, put a disclaimer in, medical da-da-da-da-da, but this stuff works. It's awesome. I don't get my mid-afternoon energy slumps with it anymore. Every afternoon at about 3:30, I would, oh God, it was awful. I'd crash and burn. I don't do that anymore. And that's because of my shakes. When on the rare occasions, I go teetotal, and I'm teetotal at the moment, I have my shake at around about 2:30 because it helps me curb my sugar cravings, so I don't drink alcohol, so I don't get to sort of like 5 o'clock thinking I really want a glass of fizz, and I can feel that building up on me. So there are so many reasons why I love the shakes. They're just awesome. They work. They help get rid of belly bloat. They help move things along if you get a little bit bunged up. I mean, they are fantastic bits of kit. So say also Energize. I always call it my turbo juice. I never ever call it Energize because it just sounds salesy. When you're using product names, it makes people think that, oh God, she's just going to sell me something. So you also want to create curiosity. So when you're talking about the products, you don't want to be giving their names out. I call my shakes my superfood shakes or my Nutri Shake. I vary it up, and sometimes I do hashtag maybe clean eating or hashtag superfood shake, that sort of thing. I don't use the word Shakeology, because if you use the words, some of our products, people are going to go, oh, I'll just Google that on Amazon, and they'll just try and get it, away from you. But that's fine, they can, but essentially you want to be able to bring them into your group so that you can help them achieve their goals. If they're buying shakes, if they're buying the pre-workout, the post-workout drinks, or the other products that we sell, I've just eaten one of these for lunch as well. Again, I love these things. I should have waited and shown you the full pack, but anyway, I didn't. I was hungry. We've got so many awesome things that we offer, but don't use product names because it sounds salesy and it puts people off. My Recover, I call it my muscle food, and that's it, or is my post-workout muscle drink, but I normally call it just my muscle food. You'll see different coaches using different names. You will also see a ton of coaches out there using the Beachbody name in their hashtags. They'll use the Beachbody name in their profile on their Instagram. Don't do that. It just makes it look so salesy, which kind of sets you up then as all the other network marketers out there, which we don't want to be like. So being proof that the products work is just absolutely key. And you need to just share where your passion for them is. Like, you just saw me talk about shakes and the bars and this, that and the other. I am absolutely passionate about them because they work, and I've got my experience, which is why it's so important that you actually become aware of what our products are and that you try them out, because you need to be able to help people that might need those products. Not everybody is going to buy the beach bars, not everybody's going to buy the shakes, not everybody's going to buy the pre-workout, the post-workout, the hydrate drinks, da-di-da-di-da. But for those people that do come to you that need help, you need to be able to say, oh yeah, well, this is my experience of it. So, you know, make sure that you become aware of the products, because A, they're brilliant, but B, you need to be able to talk about your experience with them. I hope that makes sense. The other thing is that you are now a health and fitness coach. So it's really important that you are showing up consistently on social media, and that means every single day, most days. Okay, if you're ill, that's different, but otherwise you want to be posting. At the moment, it's quite favorable for quality over quantity. So on your Instagram stories, if you're not using those yet, don't panic, because I'm going to do a very in-depth Instagram training with you. If you're using Instagram stories, you want to be doing around 8 to 10 frames. So each frame, you can either have an image, or you can have a boomerang, which sort of does a backwards and forwards motion. So like if my dog's running towards me, it makes it come towards me and then go back, come towards and back. It's just it adds a bit of fun and difference to it. Or you can do like a 15-second, approximately 13 to 15 second speaking frame. What else is there? There's the live option. There's all sorts of different things you can do with Instagram stories. And you want to be doing a minimum of between 8 and 10 of those a day. And I don't want to go into Instagram at a sort of deep level now, because I want to focus on the core behaviors, but you do want to be posting consistently, because that is going to build trust in you. So, you know, when somebody is interested in how you can help them, they're not interested in Beachbody per se, they're interested in you being your brand, because whatever it is with your personality, your character, how you live, how you even present your images is going to resonate with a certain audience. And so it's really important that you know that audience is attracted to you. You will attract different to people to who I attract, given that age, demographics, my interests, my time of life, you know, that sort of thing. So don't worry about the fact that about the product names again, as well as them sounding salesy. You just want to, you are the person that is going to help people, not Beachbody. So, you know, see yourself as having that power, having that ability. You are now the CEO of your own health and fitness business. It's a bit like a franchise, really. We use the Beachbody products, but you are the one that will bring the results and help people reach their goals. And you'll do that in a number of ways, whether you're helping coach new coaches, like I'm coaching you now, showing my information and sharing my experience with you, or you'll be helping people in the boot camps and the free groups that we run. So I'll go over those in more detail in another training. So it's really important that you are there consistently posting, because for people will watch you, and they're not automatically going to say, oh gosh, yeah, I see they've just signed up as a health and fitness coach, I really need help. They might do. People who know you already are likely to, you know, that's going to be a warm market, and those are the people that you will approach probably first of all. Even if you think you haven't got a warm market per se, you will find that those are highly likely to be the first clients and possible coaches that you bring into the team. That's just the way it works, because they already know you to a degree. And so, but if you're showing up like for 1 week and then you vanish for 2 weeks, you know, there's no trust that's been built in you. So it's really important that you're out there pretty much on a daily basis. To post on your Instagram feed, you probably want between 1 and 2 good quality posts a day, and on Facebook the same. Whatever I post on my Instagram feed, I post on my Facebook, and I've got a Facebook page, like page, and a personal personal, whatever they're called, personal, what, brain fog, personal thing, Facebook, whatever it's called, timeline, whatever, I don't know, profile, that's the word, duh. So you don't have to have a business page. Again, I will do a Facebook training, and I will do an in-depth Instagram training with you guys. So don't worry about the sort of ins and outs of that right now. I just want to do the sort of the superficial stuff, being as this is your sort of like, I want to give you an overview of everything you need. So the first of the vital behaviors is be a product of the product. So bloody well turn up. This is your business. Nobody else can run it except for you, and your success will rest on how often you do these vital behaviors. Some people also say, well, I'm not at my goal weight, so I'll just wait. You know, I'll wait until I get to my perfect size, and then I will start to show what I'm doing on Instagram and, you know, showing on social media. Don't do that at all. You're going to be inviting people into your journey. That's really the best time to do it, because you're not positioning yourself as the great and powerful Oz. You're positioning yourself as somebody who is completely relatable, who's 100% human, who has vulnerabilities like all of us do. And as you know, with practice, you'll learn to open up a little bit, and you'll be able to share facets of your life that bring people in and help them identify with you and help you to build trust as well, or help them to build trust in you. So, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at in your health and fitness journey, just get started. I do mention the announcements post in your welcome email. Don't get too hung up on that. We will go over that in more detail, but you know, it's just simply to, you know, it's just getting yourself started. The reason for the announcement post is to basically make you get out there and you have your start date. This is it. You've announced it, and you're kind of like, that's it. We've pushed you now. You're on the edge, and you're going to jump, and you're going to jump into the abyss, and you're going to be supported and trained and, you know, coached to create the businesses that you want to create. So when you get that announcement post out, it's very important that from then onwards you stay 100% consistent with your business, and post daily. So I think I've done enough on that one. Inviting. Now, people get hung up about inviting. I actually love inviting. Again, it's just being passionate about what we have to offer. Our workout programs are world class. Our nutrition programs are world class. We know the products work. We've got oodles of testimonials and transformations. Yes, people essentially have to pay some money in order to get their challenge pack, or, you know, whatever product they want to buy. There is not very much out there of any value in the world which comes for free, apart from love and support, which is what you give out freely in the boot camp, which is how we help people achieve their goals. But it's nothing. You know, if you look at the standard challenge pack, say it's £160, $160. I can't remember off the top of my head what that equates to in Canadian dollars. It's slightly higher. Sorry, I'm having a hot flush. I'm reeling, sorry. And brain fog. You know, it works out at about $8 a month. The shakes work out at about £3.50 a day, $3.50 a day. It's nothing. And when it's a meal replacement too, you know, I wonder how much people spend on their you know, their usual sandwich or wrap, and the usual pack of crisps, and maybe the usual chocolate bar as well. I bet that costs way more than that, and it's a load of rubbish. It doesn't do you half as much good as the shakes do. So, you know, get it out of your head that you're making people buy something. The main issue with price, for instance, when, you know, and I will go through the stages. I will share the process that is working really, really well right now. It's very chatty. I will share some very vague scripts with you just to help you get yourself started. But the most important thing is to just chat like you would to your best friend. So for instance, if, I don't know, you found a new product that you love, say if I found a face cream that I can put on, and 2 weeks later, all of a sudden, my getting deeper wrinkles vanish. Oh my goodness, I would tell everyone about it. I would probably spend £1,000 per pot, maybe not quite that much, but you know, it would have an enormous value to me, because youth is one of those things that, okay, we can retain it in our spirit, but our body starts to move south. And you know, if you've not got there yet, I'm sorry, it's gonna happen to you too. Happens to the best of us. But that's just one of those things. But you know, if I found that face cream that worked like that, it's just like, oh my goodness, you know, okay. Right, okay, our products work. They are exemplary. If people follow the process, you are guaranteed our products will work. How much do you spend on face cream that promises this, that, and the other? It eradicates deep lines, it eradicates crow's feet, it will lift your chin and your neck, and they even tell that it lift your boobs. I mean, it's a load of baloney. Oh, how much do we spend on this stuff? Oh, loads. And it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It doesn't say what it promises it's going to do on the packet. But we're all quite happy to go out and buy a big tub of whatever it is, whichever brand we think is the right one at the time. And actually, it doesn't do what it promises to do on the pot. Our products all deliver, and at a fraction of the cost. And also, you know, I mean, even if you did find a face cream that makes your face go amazing, doesn't change your inside health. You know, our products work right from the inside out. They benefit mental health, they benefit our physical health, and as a result of that, you know, there's all those knock-on positive effects that feed down to our families. You know, if you've worked out, you're going to sleep better, you're going to be in better mood, you're going to gobble up those stress hormones that will help you combat anxiety. You know, if you have tendency for depression and anxiety and panic attacks, exercise is one of the best ways to get rid of those. Exercise has got me through the deepest, darkest moments of my life. It's the one thing that has stayed a complete constant. And I put so much value in 30 minutes of exercise daily. Honestly and truly, I actually don't even know if I'd still be here without exercise. So it works. So, you know, think about what made you become a coach. What makes you excited about this opportunity? And what are the benefits? You know, I know you may just have started, but what are the benefits that you're starting to see, or what are you looking forward to achieving? And when you're sharing in your social media, that's what you're going to be breadcrumbing. But then when you're inviting to either whether it's the coaching opportunity or whether it's our latest boot camp or our latest free group, you know, you can talk so passionately about the products that we offer, because they are absolutely exemplary. I can't talk enough about them. So when I'm inviting people, I'm absolutely passionate about it, because I know what we have works. It's not going to be the right time for everyone. There is a lot of skepticism out there, and particularly in your early days when you've not built trust up yet and people aren't sure whether you're going to be consistent or not, you know, it's going to be more difficult to appeal to as large an audience, because you've probably not built your tribe yet, but also, you know, you've not proved that you're going to stick with this and create a business and help people. People want to know that they're going to be helped, and they want to have faith in you, and they want to feel secure. You know, it's not just about health and fitness. You might be helping that like single mum who's been stuck at home. She's running, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 jobs to try and make ends meet. She's exhausted. Her kids are, you know, she's struggling to cope with the children and the children's needs. You don't know quite how you are going to impact her life. And somebody who's coming from that position really needs to know that whoever she turns to is going to support her and help her. So it's really important that you do establish that base of trust. Coaches who start the business and then don't post, they may as well not be having a business. They haven't got a business. Until you post consistently, you have not got the coaching business. You might find the guy or the girl that's just finished university, and they're the very big one, and they've got really used to the self-deprecating jokes, and they've got really used to people thinking, oh yeah, we'll take the mickey out of that person because they don't care. They know they're fat. But you don't know what's going on inside that person. You don't know the turmoil that's going on. All you see is the exterior and the facade. And all I would say is never assume somebody doesn't want your help. They might say no. Most no's are not right nows, actually, which is why follow-ups are so important, but we'll discuss that in another on another day. You don't know where somebody is at who might be absolutely desperate for your help, and you reaching out to them, whether it's to offer them training on the coaching opportunity, or whether it's are they interested to join you in your free group or in your boot camp, it might just be the right time. So take away your preconceived judgment of people. Let them tell you whether it's the right time for them. Don't assume it is or isn't for them. Also, in marketing lingo or marketing philosophy, whatever, people need an exposure of around 7 times to something before they'll actually it'll pop up on their radar. So, you know, when you're inviting people and you're putting your posts up on social media, bearing in mind that when you post something on, say, Facebook, not all of your following are going to see it. The way the algorithm works, it's tough, but a tiny fraction of your following will see that post that you put out. So, you know, it's really important, again, to be consistent on your social media, but it's also really important on the back end to be following up with people, because they're not going to be seeing all of your posts. So when you've sent out an invite, you want to be following up with them every 2 or 3 or 4 days, and then maybe a week later, and then maybe a month later. Most no's are not right nows. I've only ever had two don't contact me anymore. And I've had about 5, I'm really not interested, please leave me alone, out of all the people that I've contacted. And there are people that I was in touch with months and months and months ago who are now coming around saying, actually, I'd quite like some help, whether that's for coaching or whether that's for the boot camp. The other thing with inviting is we run a free group, at least one free group a month in our team. So that is one of the easiest things, especially for a new coach, to start to invite to, because it's free. It's absolutely free information. So, you know, you just say, hey, you know, I saw you're on a weight loss journey, or I saw that you work out at the gym, or that you've got an interest in fitness, or you look like a busy mum. Would you like to join our free group? And some of them are fitness based, some of them are nutrition based, some of them are completely different. I did a sugar detox group. I've done a get off alcohol group. I know I have run them for 7 days in the past, but I'm going to cut that down to 5, because people tend to, they're not interested at the weekend. And 5 days that they take quite a lot of time up. They're really enjoyable and fun to run. So that, you know, to begin with, that might be easier for you to invite to the free group. And then once you've got people in the free group, it's a really natural transition to say, well, hey, you know, if you've really enjoyed this, why not join us in our boot camp, which is starting next week, something like that. But I will help you with all that. We'll go through the sort of the what to say and how to say it and when to say it, you know, on another training. But it just chat as though it's like one of your really good friends. The whole point of social media is to be social and to connect with people. So get it out of your head that you've got to send somebody an invite. It's not like you suddenly meet somebody and go, oh, by the way, yes, you need to sign up, and it's £160, and you're gonna get this, that, and the other, and please can you confirm by tomorrow night, because that's when my group starts. It's just not like that. It's chatty. It's, do you need help? Would you like help? Would you like to join me? It's just keep it really conversational, and that's a really fun way of doing it. Like I say, I really enjoy inviting, and because also what we offer is so good. They won't know that when you're inviting them, but they will watch you. So the people that say no, most of those will go, I wonder what she's doing. And they'll watch you. You won't know that they're watching. Honestly, I promise you, you'll have no idea, but they will be, which is another reason why it's so important to be a product of the product and be consistent, so that if they're watching you and they think, oh, actually, maybe next month when she asks me, I'll say yes. When I was invited to coach, I think my upline must have invited me, she probably sent me 5 messages. And because I was already in the health and wellness field, I thought, yeah, why not? I didn't learn about the compensation plan. I didn't learn about any of the ins and outs. I just thought, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Why not me? And I want you to use that approach too. This business is full of people from all different walks of life. And if they can create a successful business out of it, so can you. Because everybody follows exactly the same steps every single day. Okay, the top coaches might be doing more within those steps, individual steps, because they've probably got assistants for a start, and they've just got used to the flow. And it does get easier as you get going. You get quicker at it. So it means that you can do more in your power hour or power 2 hours. And so that, as you progress, you will find it easier. Like I said in yesterday's video, the only way you can fail is to stop the business. Consistency will pay its dividends. And I will share the business activity tracker that we all use on a daily basis, which covers our 4 vital behaviors, so that you know exactly what you need to be ticking off. That is in our team page, and I will post it underneath the video when I share this into our team page. So yeah, that's very important, to keep it conversational and enjoy it. Just enjoy connecting with people, but have a purpose for your connections. Don't let it just be loads of sporadic conversations. You have a purpose. You're running a business. The worst thing that can possibly happen is that somebody says no. Oh my God, they said no. So what? Doesn't matter. Move on to the next one. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but most of those no's will eventually become yeses. I absolutely promise you. It's the way it happens. It's the way it goes. I've got my little list here. I just want to make sure I've got everything else that I want to say about this. Yeah, the other thing to consider with inviting is, or posting on social media as well in general, think about the things that enticed you into the business or into the workout programs, or both, and share that on your social media, and share that with people that you're inviting. Because when people say, for instance, if I'm about to sign up a coach and they say, oh, I can't afford it this month, or somebody's just been laid off, my husband's been laid off, or my wife's been laid off, and I say, well, that's not just a no. Don't go, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, bye. No, because we can help them. Now is the best time ever to join us in the coaching opportunity, because we know that if they do the behaviors consistently, they are going to earn money. And what a great way of earning money. It's going to help with all that stress and the mental fallout of the other half losing their job. And it might be that their other half wants to join as well. So, I will also go over how to deal with objections and turn them around in another training. Because a no generally isn't a no. There's something deeper behind it, and most of it actually is a fear of people being judged. You might worry that somebody judges you, which is one of the points I do want to raise, actually, is the fact that we all have an innate fear of not being liked, and we all have a fear of being judged. And one of the worst things is when somebody says something negative to you, and you just think, oh my God, my world's ended. But actually it hasn't. They've just said something negative to you. And it is true, as humans, we can have 100 compliments and we can have one negative comment, and we will ruminate on that one negative comment all day long. And we'll forget those 100 compliments we've received, which is just crazy. Why do we do it? But it's a fact of life, and we do. And what I would say to that is, do not allow the negative Nancys, and apologies to any future Nancys that join our team. I know we haven't got any on here at the moment, but don't let the negative Nancys take your power away from you, because essentially you are giving up your personal power. If you allow a naysayer or somebody who's negative, whether they're in your family, whether they're friends, to prevent you from doing this business, I say give them the bird, because actually you do not want them in your tribe. Okay, if you're married to them, it's slightly different, and it does take a little while to win them over. But eventually, when they start seeing your paychecks coming in, when they see that they're also invited to the awesome free trips that we can win and be eligible for, they are not going to be naysayers for the rest of their lives. So you may have a little bit of doubt. You're going to have to deal with it. Try and get them on board with it. Maybe let them join in some of our team training so they can see what it's all about. I don't mind about that. I'm very open. I don't keep a closed house at all. If I can, if any of you have that problem with partners, I'm happy to chat to them. But I'm also happy for them to join in and sit with you on a team training so they can get an idea of what it's all about. Because often once they've understood it, they lose that kind of about it. But, friends and family who are toxic, who are negative towards you, who are making fun of you, it's happened to a lot of us. Don't let it hold you back. When you are the one enjoying a nice, healthy, fat bank account, when you are the one sharing your awesome photographs on your social media because of the latest trip that you've been eligible to win, or, you've been, I don't know, I've just come back from one of the Beachbody symposiums. It was amazing. We have such an amazing company, an amazing community, and it was so uplifting. And the training that we got was just exemplary. So do not let other people in your life hold you back, please. There is so much to be gained from this business on every level. How many companies do you know who promote you to look after yourself? Not many. And this is one of them. And their mission statement is to help to reduce the obesity epidemic. What is your mission? My mission statement is to inspire other people to dream big and to go for it. As a single parent, I know how debilitating it can be to be at home thinking, oh crap, how am I going to manage? You see this enormity of chaos and concern. Just break it down. Just start. Be consistent with the behaviors. You will start to see your income's going to improve. You're part of such a supportive community. There's amazing trainings. Just dig in. And also the other thing I'd like to say about this is do not let the option of quitting be an option. Commit. Draw the line. Commit. And you will achieve. I absolutely promise you. The other thing just made me think, we get paid weekly, and that is on Thursday, is payday. And at the beginning of every month, so I don't want to get into Success Club points on this conversation, but when you bring on a new challenger, you bring on a new coach, depending on what they sign up with, not in all cases, but you will receive 2 Success Club points, and you need a minimum of 5 to actually hit Success Club, which opens you up to other benefits as well. And at the end of every month, all those points that you've accrued that month, yours, mine, absolute elite top coaches, they all get zilched back to 0. So on the first day of every month, everyone starts at 0 again, which is quite exciting because it means you have as much chance to get really good Success Club points as the top coaches. So, I just wanted to sort of put that into your mind, that it's not like because you're new, that, every month is slightly slower, and so you're getting further and further away from the people at the top. Not like that at all. And the other great thing is, if you are doing the 4 vital behaviors daily and consistently, whether I do my behaviors consistently has no reflection on what you can achieve in your business. None at all. You might take on coaches who might hit the ground faster than you do, and you might see their income soar. You will take on coaches too who don't work the business. But so everybody runs their own race. Don't ever let comparison hold you back or make you think that you are not as worthy or that your potential isn't as great, because it is. It's all down to you as an individual. There will be people who you look up to and admire. Learn from them, but don't ever sit there and think, oh my goodness, I started at the same time as her or him, and he or she's done like way faster than me, and la 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 la. We all live different lives. We all have different pressures on us on a daily basis. And to think that you know, you need to see what I do and compare yourself to me, or for me to see what I do and compare myself to somebody who was also, when we launched in the UK, that's just daft. It means nothing. What you achieve, this is your business now. You're going to be mentored brilliantly. You're going to have access to amazing resources. It's a very simple system to follow. Ultimately, it boils down to you. And I am here to support you, but I can't do the work for you, as my upline is here to support me and us, but she can't do the work for me either. So, you know, what I do in my daily business and what you do in your daily business is down to me and down to you. I hope you understand that. So really don't want you to think that you have to follow a particular course. No way, Jose. You are free as a bird to run the business as you want to run it. And if you do those daily behaviours, these 4 vital behaviours, and follow the points on the business activity tracker, which I will share later with you in our team page, you will succeed. Absolutely, you will succeed in this business without a shadow of a doubt. You cannot fail unless you decide to quit. I hope I've said that enough times. You cannot fail unless you decide to quit. Okay. So I'm going to move on because I've spent a lot of time with that. What did I want to say? Personal development is our next vital behaviour. So we've had be a product of the product, inviting to the business or the coaching opportunity, and now personal development. Personal development, again, I mentioned it briefly in the video yesterday, is crucial because there will be days where you're not feeling great and there will be days when you're flying. And it might be that you want to have 2 or 3 different personal development books on the go, depending on what you need at the time. I go through periods of more reflective books, and then I go through periods of, say, time management, because my time management is still bad. I still need to really improve my time management. And there is an awesome time management book, which if I've not put it in our reading list, I will add it because it's absolutely fantastic. And time management is really key. If you have 6 hours to spend on the business daily, you'll find that you'll float a bit. You've got 1 hour or 2 hours, you'll find you'll probably get the same amount done, but you'll be a lot more focused. And it's making sure that when you do work the business, you are a lot more focused. As you can tell, I'm very verbose. I like chatting to people. And my brain is I'm a real squirrel brain. And so I'm still working on myself big time to hone it down and be more effective. And, you know, I am a work in progress. I'm actually better than I used to be, believe it or not. So personal development is key because it will, you know, if you're getting the negative Nancy's as well, it'll just help you dig in deep and think, you know, I've told you today, do not give up your personal power. Do not give up your personal power. But there'll be days when you're tired, things aren't going well, you know, you may miss your daily activities on a day. So you're thinking, cripes, I've got to double up the next day. And, you know, life happens. It does happen. We lose people that we love. Things don't work like we thought they were going to work. And we move house, we get married, we have babies, you know, all these sorts of things happen. But the business activity tracker is designed in such a way that you just work your way through it. Never sit down and think, what am I going to do? What should I do first? Just follow the business activity tracker. Just do it. Sit down. Don't even think, do I want to do that or don't I want to do that? Just do it. Quickest and easiest way to get it done. And then once it's done, go off and live your life. And then start to enjoy the rewards of the business. Recognition is our final vital behavior. So there's the 4 of them. So again, it's being a proof that the products work, inviting to the business, personal development, and recognizing people in your boot camps and in your teams and people who you follow or that you connect with on social media. Recognition is fantastic. I love it because whether somebody's lost £1 or they've lost half a pound or they've done their first ever workout or they've got their first ever paycheck or they've sold their first ever challenge pack or they've sent out their first invite. You know, all these things are just so important to recognize people for. There's so little recognition in the world. Everybody's like scurrying around in their busy lives and everybody's like, don't talk to me, I'm too busy. And, you know, you get to the stage where you just think, God, okay, I'm frazzled. but to be able to give some of your energy and your admiration to another person, you don't know how important that could be to them on that day. You know, I always say share a smile, because you don't know what your smile will do to somebody who bloody well needs it on that day. Yeah, I obviously work in the mental health industry as well, and there are a lot of people out there who really struggle. You know, we're all very good at putting up a nice little shiny facades, and part of my brand is not that. I'm, you know, a couple of my hashtags are be real and be authentic and be kind, but there's still a lot of glitz and glamour out there. I think social media is moving more towards the raw and the vulnerable, and if you are brave enough to be raw and vulnerable, you will get ahead faster, because going are the glitzy days. People want the truth. People want humans, and you know, there's a great explosion now of although it's still a bit stigmatized, but we're getting much better at sharing mental health issues, mental health stories. And you know, I was at a conference a little while ago where top business leaders are coming out and sharing their mental health problems, their stories, and it just makes you realize that, God, if you know, they're like chief executive of one of the leading banks, they've got them, you know, and you hear their stories and they become like humans. They're people, you can identify with them again. And that's what's so important about your posting, is that people can identify with you. You don't need to be the person that knows it all. And if somebody asks you a question and you don't know the answer, our coach office is a wealth of resources. And this is something else I would just add today now, is the fact that when you don't know the answer to something, I would encourage you to try and find it out. So go into your coach back office, have a look, see if you can find it first of all. Maybe Google it, see if you can find it that way. If you still cannot find it, then by all means, please ask me. But get used to being independent and running your business. You know, I can support you and provide you with loads of different trainings and things, but ultimately this is now your business. And I appreciate it in the early days, you know, time is tight and you are trying to juggle 1,000,001 new things that you're learning. But if, you know, at the first instance, do have a look in the coach back office and make it commit to actually going in and exploring the wealth of resources in there. I will share a Zoom video with you about the back office. So, you know, it sort of shows you where to look for the key things. But don't worry about that just yet. I just want this one to be really about the sort of 4 vital behaviours. So it's really important to, you know, to keep recognising people. So the 4 vitals, again, finally, are be a proof that the products work, be a product of the product, but don't use product names. Invite, keep it conversational. Try not to follow scripts. Maybe use a script as inspiration if you need to, but put it into your own voice. Personal development, read a book that suits you. If everybody is reading one book and it doesn't resonate with you, just don't worry about it. Go through, you know, on the list of personal development books that I've shared in our team page. Go through them, have a look at them on Amazon, see which one you think resonates with you, but you the most. And if it's different to what everybody else is reading, doesn't matter. Go with it, read it. And recognition. And that's it. Those are our 4 vital behaviours. And if you do those consistently, daily, you are going to have a business that flourishes. And it's very, very exciting. So my challenge for you today is compile a list of 50 people who you know, whether they're friends or family. They don't have to be best friends. You don't need to know them really well, that you think would benefit from either the coaching opportunity or some help with their health and wellness. And when you've compiled your list, I want you to comment in the box below where this video will be posted on our team page, and just, you don't have to share the list, but let me know that you've compiled that list of 50. If you can come up with a list of 100, even better. That's where we're going to start first with inviting to the free groups and sharing about the coaching opportunity. Our marketing calendar is in our team page, so that you've got an idea of when the free group is running and when we've got our next coaching opportunity. But I will just share those with you again now. So our free group will be starting on Monday. So we need to start to promote that. I'm going to be planning to start to promote the free group on Thursday. And then it will run from the 11th to the 15th, the free group. And I think I'm going to do something like cutting out the rubbish. It'll be it'll be a nutrition group. Because I did a poll on my Instagram stories not long ago, and most people replied to say that they struggle with their nutrition. And then our coaching opportunity will run from the 26th to the 27th of March. So again, we'll start to talk about share about the coaching opportunity in your social media from about the 21st onwards of March. And our challenge year, our next boot camp, we will renew that at the beginning of April. So we'll start to promote the challenge group about the 21st of March. You always want to have around about sort of between 8 and 11 days of seeding the next group, so that people have enough time to see it, because like I said earlier, only a fraction of your followers will see what you're posting on your social media, which is why it's also so important to invite privately. So actually, just quickly, there's private messaging and there's social media messaging. When you write a post and it's brilliant, and you put call to action at the bottom, and it's like, yay, and please join if you want to join our challenge group and lose 15 pounds in 3 weeks, or bloody blah, whatever you say. And then you think, but nobody's responded, and I just sent out my invite. That's like a social media invite. The main invites are the ones that you do privately behind the scenes. So the direct messages on Instagram, the private messaging on Facebook, or voice memo is even better. Just use the voice memo. It's quick. It's personable, it's you, it's obvious you're not like just this bot sending out copy paste messages. I use the voice memo a lot. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great way to connect with people. And then when you have invited people, it's really important that you track them. So either write down their names on a notepad and with pen and paper, list them in an Excel sheet. I will go over tools and resources in one of these trainings this week. So I won't waste time on that right now, but you do want to have a way of tracking who you are inviting. The business activity tracker has actually got a sheet at the back of it, which will enable you to write those names in there. I suggest you probably do that for this week. If you're starting to compile, once you've compiled a list of 50 or of 100, when you're starting to send out your invites, you want to note those names down, either their Instagram handle or their name on Facebook, so that you can then follow up with them in sort of a week's time, something like that, a couple of days time. But we'll go over that in more detail on another training. So this has gone on rather a long time, but I think it was really key. I really want you to understand that the 4 vital behaviours are absolutely vital. Without doing each and every one of them daily, you won't have a consistent business. So make sure you do commit to each and every one of them. And don't let the inviting process be a hang-up for you. So many coaches find it really hard. They get afraid of it because they think they're selling. But if you come from, you're sharing something that's just it will transform you. But you can see, we've got loads of transformation stories which are in our they're in our team page as well, and I can share more with you specifically if you want. We have absolutely amazing products that work. So think about what it is that's made you join and the impact it's having on your life, and share that, and that will get you out there, and it will start to help you help people build trust with you. So on that, my friends, it was rather lengthy. I hope it's been informative. If you've got any questions, obviously reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember to share your sorry, the sun's shining and I'm a bit sort of bright now. Tell me that you've done your list of 50 or 100 and go for it. And make sure to tune in for tomorrow's coach quick start, day 3. So I'm so excited for you. Honestly and truly, this is one of the best opportunities you're ever going to have. Just do those vital behaviors and you will have a successful business. And you are just part of the most amazing community out there. It's just brilliant. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, guys, and I will catch you soon.